in general. Now, I've worked in horticulture before, and I was surrounded by farmers here in France. But when I see what's going on in the United States, and when I read about farmers actually taking their lives, these are the same people who are likely of voters for Donald Trump. And in the United Kingdom, we had the same problem with people who voted for the Brexit. They put the cross in the wrong box, that they did, yes. They voted for the Brexit thinking that their lives would be better to get out of the common agricultural policy. The same type of people who voted for Donald Trump are the same type of people who voted for the Brexit. And they're the same type of people who are going to vote for Nigel Farage. And all of them are voting against their own best interests. They really are. They don't know it yet. Well, actually, some of them do. Because some of them are they're taking their own lives, which is, they don't tell you about that. They don't report on that. How the current situation, in the UK especially, regarding mental health amongst farmers. Now, the UK, for instance, hasn't been able to feed itself for over 200 years. The United States also relies heavily on imports of food, but equally now they can't actually export their food as they once did. And these people who were bitten last time by Donald Trump and his tariffs, where the industry between China and the United States got hit hard, and they did get a payout in the end, like several billion, like 23 odd billion, whatever it was. Maybe more than that, I can't remember now. In payouts, because they were going to go under. It makes me laugh. It's when I see, well, I shouldn't laugh really, because it isn't really that funny, is it? Let's be honest. People are suffering, and even if they have made the wrong choices, because they thought their lives would be made better by voting for somebody like Donald Trump, which to this day, I just still don't understand why people would. And the same with the Brexit in the UK, and people who are voting for the Reform Party. Voting for a load of incompetent people. That makes no sense to me. You had Donald Trump when he was asked about weapons of mass destruction in Iran, and even though Tulsi Gabbard a couple of months ago said no, there wasn't any, Donald Trump said, oh no, she's wrong. Yet she's the one who's supposed to be in the know. So-called intelligence. There isn't any. That's the thing, you see, in voting for people who are incompetent. You see, the thing about Donald Trump is he is incompetent. He is just somebody that... It's just one on the debate as like a popularity contest, wasn't it? It's just people voted for him because they liked him. Some strange reason they liked him. Now we had that with Boris Johnson in the UK. People voted for the Conservatives because they liked Boris Johnson. He was one of the people. No. They're all the same chip off the same block. They're just interested in themselves. Their egos are so huge. They're narcissists. And they're just interested in what is in it for them. And Donald Trump has proved it, hasn't he? So many times now he's proved it, and still people aren't listening. Apart from those that attended the No Kings protests, they clearly were listening. But the grain industry in the United States has been hit hard. And this has knocked on to meat farmers as well. There was at one point, because of everything that's going on, the farmers were selling more meat, flooded the market because they had to, and because of logistics. The prices coming down, they were going up again because it's just rotting. Food is literally rotting. Now, we had that with the Brexit. We had the rotten food. We had the rotten food in the fields where it couldn't get picked because we got rid of all the pickers because of leaving the European Union. Donald Trump is doing it with rounding up your workers out of your fields, working very hard to Well, help put food on your tables, but also help the farmers make a profit. You see, if there's no profit, if you're in the negatives, well then there's no business. If there's no business, it folds. They have debts. These tractors aren't free, you know. No. They're very expensive pieces of kit. And it's like the British farmers, and that, you know, regarding the loans that they were taking, the European agricultural loans, interest free. Well, that all, you know, that's gone to the pot. You know, they have still got to pay it. Still got to pay the loans. Now, some farmers, you know, can ride this out. They've got shitloads of money. Some of them have, but there are a lot of farmers, fairly small farmers and menageries and what have you, who just, you know, do it to keep their families afloat. And even the large farmers, they can fall harder, can't they? You know, it's just, yeah, okay, they've still got their equity, they've still got their land and stuff like that, but that means they're not producing. If they're not producing, they're not making this. You end up with food shortages, which then pushes up the grain price because it's all on the world market. Oh dear. Anyway, see who's in the chat. Hello, Madman, my friend. Hope you well. Hello, Mike James. Good afternoon, George. Good afternoon to you too. Is this live? Yeah, that's live. Was this you two playing a different reality? Kev. Of course, that's what everyone does. Votes for the popular one. They do. Yeah, they voted for Boris Johnson's fluffy hair. I don't know what they voted about Donald Trump and his orange face, mate. But maybe what it is. I don't know. Or the fact that you're saying, you're fired! Or some, I don't know. Some TV host. You know, it's like Donald Trump's put, you know, Pete Hegseth, you know. He was in Fox News. Yeah, a lot of it's about power. I suppose it is about power. And I suppose people buy into it and they seem to think, I want a bit of that. I'll follow him, then maybe I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, I'll have a bit of power. Maybe the people who voted for Donald Trump, same like thing with the Brexit and stuff, it gave them a moment of power. Like power against the system. But you vote against your own best interest again. This is where the madness comes in. It doesn't make any sense. Of course, that's what everyone does, votes for the popular one, and they think that he did good in The Apprentice. He was terrible. He didn't add in sugar. Oh, dear. Ego, yes, it is very much ego. He even said that the other day about his ego. It's just when he talked about the flagpoles. He mentioned about his ego. You know my ego's like, or some words to that effect. Yeah, he pulled subsidies from the farmers so they cannot grow extra food for others. Well, they probably thought the others were the UK aid, but it wasn't. The others are for profit. This is madness. Now, you got Idaho, Nebraska, and Kansas are in particular being hit hard here. They've got the problem that they can't. So they've got customers. They haven't got customers for the product. So all the storage silos that are storing the grain, whether it be the soybean or whatever, you know, or the wheat, they're not accepting anymore because they can't get rid of it. And then you've got to think about the pests, you know, weevils and God knows what else, you know, diseases and fungus and that can destroy the grain. It's all got to be looked after, isn't it? And while it's been looked after and stored, that also costs money. While it's waiting to be sold, if it can be. So it can get to the stage where it'd be useless. It's the United States is going through a sort of like a reversal agriculture where there ain't no profit, it's just losses. You know, they've got their problems with staffing because obviously they're rounding them all up. They haven't got the people. And then there's the negative orders. They're losing more orders than they're producing orders. Yeah. They're just losing so many. It's down by about 149 tonnes in the miners so far. Well, that's unheard of, you know. When you talk about grain being on the world market, then we had the COVID, the grain prices went up, whether it be feed grain or if it be, feed bread and stuff, along with your beaver anal gland juice. or your listine, your human hair for your bread, you know. If you think I'm joking, check it out. Anyway, so where does it go? If you've got nowhere to send it, because they're cancelling orders. China's cancelled orders. They're getting theirs from elsewhere now. South Korea's cancelled its grain orders. They were a big customer of US farmers. Massive customer. But now, where are they? North Korea. Sorry, South Korea. South Korea getting their grain from now. They're getting it from Eastern Europe and in particular Russia. You know? All because of Donald Trump. These farmers, literally screwed themselves. They screwed themselves last time and they've done it again. And the same in the UK. It's just like always, okay, the farmers in the UK are going on about inheritance taxes and stuff like that. And because they don't want to pay any tax on the kids inherit the farms and stuff because they're going to destroy the farms. They might have a point. On the other hand, why should they be exempt? Well, I think they should because there's what you call unrealised gain. Now, if you're going to keep the farm, well, then quite frankly, you need, maybe the tax should only be paid if you sell it. But if you keep the farm, it's an unrealised gain. At the end of the day, those that got shares, they don't pay tax on their shares, do they? Only on the dividend, or if they draw the dividend, it's an unrealised gain. It's like if the same unrealised gain. Like if you sell a house, right? You're living in a house, and you sell it, and you move into another house. Because it's effectively an unrealised gain, even though there could be a bit of profit in between. You don't generally, in your main residence, you don't generally pay tax on it, do you? When you sell and then buy another house. Only if you've got a second house, then it becomes a business. Because you're not living in it. I'm going to press a button, alright? It's over here. It's called the coffee machine. I want a coffee. Yeah. So, Randy Dupere. It costs a lot to be racist. Yes. And don't forget to boot the old like button, please. We most appreciate that it will. Maybe YouTube will show my videos then, with a bit of luck. Maybe the algorithm will behave. Oh, I don't know. It's a nightmare at the moment. It's very difficult to get the videos out there at the moment. I make a lot of videos, so there's a lot of effort I put into this, so that's how it is, I suppose. That's how it goes. Cannot grow extra food for others. Subtitles. I've got you. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Toronto, Canada. Hello, Canada. Well, Carney got his bill through, didn't he? Which gives him special powers. He did make it quite clear that was only going to be used for that other bill that was going through. Oh, there's it again. It'll be just an espresso. I don't want just an espresso. I've got this little coffee machine, a little Tasmo thing in here. It's ideal for in here. Then in the house we've got it's quite a good little thing actually. It's it's only one by DeLonghi. I forgot what it's called now. But it's, this makes a nice coffee though. So that'll do. I'm having to press the button in longer to film. Put a bit more coffee in my cup. Oh, I'm pressing it. I am. Yeah. Now, talk about farmers, what have you. Now, Chiquito, which is owned by an American firm in the Caribbean, Panama, what's it, Panama? Yeah, Panama. Costa de Toro. I've been there, I've seen all the banana farms and that. He said they're sacking all the people there. They've pretty much sacked all their employees. About 3,000 or 4,000 employees have been sacked. And these people have got no money. I mean, they are... They got nothing. There's going to be so much poverty. Because it's effectively, that's its main industry in that area. And they're basically... I don't know what they're doing, but they're basically just... It's over a disagreement regarding retirement and stuff like that. So I didn't even think they got retirement. Hello, David. Good day to you and the missus and the pets from South Florida. Hot as blazes over here. It's been so warm here as well. Oh, I'm not good with the heat. Yeah, I'm not good with the heat at all. It's too much. If I had the power like that, I would make things better for everyone, not just a group of Nazis. That's the crazy thing, isn't it? If you were a narcissist, wouldn't you want people to love you? You know? You do think you become, I don't know, become somebody who not just gives money, but actually does stuff. You know? Actually do things for people. Random acts of kindness. That's what I'd like to see. Doesn't even have to be huge amounts of money. Just random acts of kindness. It's a nice big flagpole. Oh, it's a lovely big flagpole that it is. Oh, look at my big flagpole. It's not like my little mushroom penis. No, it's a giant flagpole that it is. Yeah. Hope there's any kids there. What's the subject of the conversation? I was talking about farming. Because the farming is been really hit again, and it got hit badly when Donald Trump was in his first term, and it's deja vu, and it's worse if anything, because he hasn't got the people around him that are willing to say, okay then, we'll give you a load of money from the tariffs that we've taken, which is basically money that's been taken from the people who are paying the tariffs. Now, if soy, for instance, the price on soy's crashed on soybean by about 30%. 30%. That's the profit gone, you know? And it's dropped from around $14, $15 a bushel down to about 10. So that's not very good, is it? And Brazil is sweeping up there. They're getting all the business. Getting a lot of the business, majority, 70% of it they're getting. So they're doing really well, but not just Brazil. Canada is actually doing well out of this. Now Canada's getting orders from all over the gun place because of Donald Trump regarding farming. They're struggling a little bit to get China fully on board because of the BYD and what have you, and steel imports, because Canada doesn't want to damage their own industries, and of course of what's going on regarding the tariffs on the steel and the aluminum in Canada with Donald Trump and his tariffs. Well then, Mark Carney he's got to be very, very careful, isn't he? You can't damage those industries anymore by allowing China and India to say, okay then, we'll buy all your grain, but you're going to be having all our steel and our cheap steel and stuff that probably rots. The thing is that Trump and Bojo Farage, they are all TV media personalities, yes, before they are politicians. Doing politics is a secondary consideration for them. Yeah. They're all narcissists. They're all sociopaths. They all want to be out there in the limelight. They also want to be liked, but only by people that they just gain popularity. They love the people that are fluffing them. They really do. It's supposed to be 110 here. What Fahrenheit? I take it. Tomorrow, blimey. Chris Mills, what did Chris Mills? Oh yes, the thing is, yes, oh yes, I just said that, didn't I? Yeah, you are bang on that one. Obviously, it's good. It's nice to have people, That's the thing about doing this channel and that, because I do actually read the comments. I can't, like I said before, I can't always reply, but I do actually read them on my videos, because we never stop learning, do we? It's all people say, I know everything. I don't. Right? I don't. I just don't. And we're always learning. Even with woodworking, I've been doing it since, professionally since late 1980s. I've probably been doing it since I was about 9. Always, actually, probably before that, actually. My first ever hand plane I got was a Stanley Surf form. It was a bit like a cheese grater. Make a right old mess. Anyway, but yeah, we always learn, aren't we? We never stop. We never stop with a dog. We never stop learning, and we shouldn't stop learning either, should we? We should be open to knowledge and what other people's opinions are. Boys and girls, who we got? I got Sebastian. Up you come, boy. You're a bit better today, aren't you? You gonna come up? You coming up? You come up. Look. You need to come up, my boy. Up you come. He just knows we've got treats. That's all it is. He just wants treats. If you want a treat, you're going to have to make an effort. Well, you can do it. You can do it. Did you find it? Oh, you got it. Well, this is Sebastian, this is. You'll get a bit warm there, wouldn't you? I'll let you go in a minute. This is what people see you. Yeah, this is Sebastian. He's not very well. He's got gestural heart failure, so he's not doing very... He's actually been a bit better the last couple of days. As you can see, it's very hot for him as well, so he's constantly panting. And he did lose the use of his back legs. Hello. You think you'll get another one, do you? Yeah, I know. It's like he did lose the use of his back legs the last couple of days, but we upped his medication. He's okay now. Oh, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Would you make a good farm dog? Would you round up the sheep? We used to have sheep, you see. We used to have sheep and goats, chickens. Oh, yeah, and ducks, Muscovy ducks. That face. He's a lovely, lovely boy, aren't you? You are a lovely, lovely boy. Like you are. Yeah. He's 14. He's getting on a bit now. So he's not doing too bad, really. Oh yeah. Anyway, where were we? Down we come. He wants those treats, Daddy. He does. He always wants treats. Cheese grater planes are great for edging drywall. That's all they should be used for. The old surf forms. I've still got them. But then there's, what is it? You get a bit warm. What? Yeah? You get warm, or do you just want treats? Yeah? It's very warm. It's cooler in here, though, isn't it? He loves the fans. He does. He loves the fans. Tongue. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I had to do something for him because we had to order him an inhaler, you see, because he's got a steroid inhaler and the ventilator inhaler. But we needed a thing called a volumatic. You can get it for people, you see, but you can also get them for dogs. So I ordered him one, only from Temos, but it's going to take like a week or so to get here. And we got it, alright. But I made one out of a plastic bottle. Literally got a plastic lemonade bottle, cut the end off, melted the end so it fit the actual thing, the inhaler fitted into the end. It worked really well. It works better than the blooming one that we bought. What? You? Oh my God, you're molten like crazy. Look at this. Crikey, what's he like? Yeah, they are great for drywall. You're not wrong. You'll find that the protest laws only apply to England and Wales. Scotland has its own laws. What is the defining difference then between Scotland's protest laws and England's protesting laws? I suppose it's got something to do with Boris Johnson and the changes that were made. He does love me, don't you? Mm. He likes a cornetto as well. Don't you? I have a whole collection of old surf forms, straight and carved in all directions. Even a particular early one that is all cast iron. And I love them for shape and wood. Yeah, they're good for that. They're good for shape. I've got this old round one, like a round rasp. It's like an old rat tail thing, but it's actually surf form. Yeah, surf form is also quite good for doing skin grafts. Yeah, like playing it. It's just they're all yeah. They got their uses. They got their uses. Put it like this: you're not going to install a door with one. No. You're not going to join a couple of bits of wood together either. No, I've got a good selection of planes, me. We're up to number 7. I'd like to get number 8, but there's not a point really. So, Hello, Billy. Sure, I hope you're well. So the thing is, all this is down to regard the farming industry and that, and these relationships with the storage companies. Since I moved my hands, you think you're getting another one? She got store. Is it food time or something? Didn't you eat your food earlier? So anyway, it's all about trust, isn't it? Trust. Got the logistics companies, the storage companies, you've got the farmers themselves, and you've got your customer base. If you haven't got a customer base, the logistics aren't going anywhere, are they? That's also causing problems for local deliveries, because some of these local deliveries are coming from the farm to the local deliveries, but also going to the ports. So it's a double-edged sword. Now, the container cost now has gone up through the roof as well. It was around $400. Now it's gone up to $1,000. And then all this stuff is literally in port for too long. And we had the same problems in the UK. And we still have got these problems in the UK. Whereas foodstuffs are basically, shelf life is much reduced. In Europe, if we're exporting again to Europe from the UK, and the shelf life is reduced because there's all the paperwork and stuff like that has to be done. Luckily, Keir Starmer recently, I don't know when it starts, but recently agreed with the European Union that basically they got rid of a lot of the red tape. God, you are molting like crazy. You have no fur left at this rate. It's going to all be over me, isn't it? You're putting that fur in my little room here. There you are. He's nutty. He's... Oh, and now I've got the other one. Oh, God, Pandora's here now as well. I've got Pandora. You got to come up here, Dora, if you want to come up. You come up here, girl. Oh, dear, she's got a treat and all. I've just been bombarded by dogs. Yeah, Dora. So she's just down there. Dogs, eh? What you really ought to be down there near the fan because you're getting too hot, my boy. More, please, more, please. Yes, that's what he wants. He wants more. Hello, Joel. Hope you're well, my friend. So, since January, almost 90% of US exports of sorghum, wheat, and soybeans and a meat processed to sell are rotting in storage, and most of it won't be suited to the export or exported anywhere. Now, a lot of the farmers, because they can't get rid of the stuff, or they can't get into storage regarding the silos, they actually grind it themselves into feed for the cattle. He said this is all stuff that's been planned, all about the profit margins. And if they haven't got the profit margins, they haven't got the money left over from this year to sow again next year. So it has an ongoing problem. The banks aren't lending to them. They say, well, because effectively it's a bad risk. So, yeah. Hi, Speedo! Where's Speedo? Where's Speedo? Oh, Graham Speedos! Swing them to the left and swing them to the right, and you can swing your pants all day and all night. Well, you have your pink Glasgow wellies on. Oh, Glastonbury. Yes, Graham has got a problem with the Speedos, hasn't he? Ain't tariffs grand? Yeah, they're brilliant, aren't they? Talk about screwing up your own industry. And your country, because it's effectively what? For what? No one's benefited. No one's benefited. The people are paying the tariffs are the people. At the end of the day, some businesses are having to suffer it. But also what's happening with these tariffs, which I think is terrible. Even Canada's doing this. It's naughty. Canadian steel exporters, you're sharing some of the tariffs with the other countries you're exporting to. We didn't do it to you. No. Put the tariff on the United States. Don't put it on us. Don't share the tariff price, costs with us. No, that's not fair. Steel prices in the US, when I looked, I don't know what they are now, but when I looked about several 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, they'd increased by about 13%. So yeah, it's madness. The whole thing is just absolute madness. And when Donald Trump says he loves the farmers because they give us food and that make us fat, that's what he said. They make us fat. There's a little video clip on this channel actually where he said that on the short feed. It's just the whole thing's just madness. They've got no buyers, they've got no storage, no logistics. Lorry drivers and moving stuff made to be. That can make money. And then obviously you've got to think of all the other businesses in between that are affected. Obviously the distributors, the people who supply the equipment. You've got all these tractors just sitting there doing nothing. That's a cost, They're paying very large loans for these tractors, not earning anything. So it's the fastest way for a business to fall, no matter how big you are, how big the company is. You haven't always... well, look at Tesla, right? The only thing propping Tesla up at the moment is all this other businesses. It's not the cars. The cars are losing money. They're having to store them absolutely everywhere on car parks all over the blinking place. Just huge amount of inventory that they're never going to get rid of. And Donald Trump ain't going to help now, is he? The US is a total shit show. However, Starmer should not be trying to cuddle up to Trump. Oh God, no, definitely not. It is painful to see. When I saw him picking those bits of paper up, it was either two things. Either he was concerned because he knew there was nothing written on these bits of paper, or he was worried about Donald Trump's senior age. His ability to get up again if he went down to pick him up, I don't know. Or maybe he'd fart because he's got the really bad wind, apparently, according to, oh crikey, what was her name? Not Stormy Daniels, the other one that sued him. Carol something, isn't it? Yeah. I think they make those things that become groceries. It's an old word. Oh, hang on, what's this? Sorry. Trump loves the farmers. Oh, God, here we go. Trump loves the farmers because he has just been told about them. Yes, there's farmers. I love the farmers. Yeah, I think they make those things that become groceries. It's an old word that Trump invented. He might have just invented farmers. It's groceries, and they go in a grocery bag. Or something like that. It's just nuts. Hey, don't forget to boot the like button if you're sports channel, do it on Buyers Coffee or whatever, or Super Chats, I don't know. Oh dear, it's nuts. The whole thing is absolutely nuts. Now, I was going to be going live this morning, but me and the missus, we started doing something absolutely mad. We started pulling the other workshop about it again because it's a mess. So we got covered in crap. The Starmer is a sucker for US trade deal, and he polished that tiny mushroom. He did, and he suckled on old Donny's chocolate starfish, that he did. Yeah, he had a good old suckle there, and a hot lunch for afters. But, it's, to me, I feel that Keir Starmer is detached from reality. I just do. He's I'm not based on policies. I mean, just the way that he behaves. So it's just anyone actually. Mark Carney, right? He's standing up to him, isn't he? He's pretty much said several times now, a relationship with the United States is over. He's just passed through this bill that basically allows them to do stuff they wouldn't normally be able to do, including environmental stuff as well. We got a bit like what Keir Starmer's done. Regarding building on different types of land, less restrictions. But he has attached it to his other bill, so it's like he's saying they won't be used for anything else. So he's saying, but the situation is a crisis for Canada and the Canadian people. It is a crisis in Canada, and it unfortunately it takes extreme measures to pull this stuff over. He's obviously the Canadian workers who work at these steel foundries, and then obviously the aluminium manufacturers. What they do? They found they're concerned, aren't they? They're worried about their jobs. You know, they've lost a massive market in the United States because of Donald Trump. And now the industries in the United States can't get the stuff either. They're relying on these metals coming in from Canada, and Canada's now looking for new markets. You know, now Canada somehow is going to have to try and negotiate with China and India, which isn't going to be easy, because they want free reign. They want, you know, China obviously wants to flood the market in Canada, whether it be obviously metals or cars, electric cars, and other products as well. But needless to say, you know, Canada has its own steel industries and metal industries, and it has its own car industries, you know, and but they are intricately linked though with the United States, so they could find themselves building tanks instead, or something like that. They got to diversify it. And car parts manufacturers, you know, because things are shifting around all the time, aren't they? You know, the manufacturing, but people. We had this in the United Kingdom. Same as what's going on in the United States regarding car parts manufacturers. It's really well, because of tariffs, they didn't know what to do, and they had an abundance of sales before the tariffs, because, you know, the companies were saying, okay, we're going to, you know, stockpile. We had the same thing in the UK, where we didn't know was going to do a deal or not. So car manufacturers in the UK were literally renting storage or utilising buildings that they had for storing components, which, so they bulk ordered to start with. Doesn't last forever, does it? And now the actual sales have gone down for these car parts, because it was just a boost at the time because they're trying to miss the tariffs. And now the tariffs are kicked in, it's not very helpful. I think Graham Hughes will be wearing his Speedos at Glasgow. He has a matching pink Speedos to go with those pink Glasgow wellies. That would be a sight to behold, that it would. I hate Speedos, says Mike James. I love my mankini. Do you know what? I was going to buy a mankini for my woodworking channel. You want to see some of my videos on my woodworking channel? They're a little bit stupid. And horrible. Disgusting. If you want to see a video of me with masking tape on my nipples, check out one of my videos on my woodworking channel. It's done 14 million views. Commando is more interesting, especially in the winter time. Oh man, it's not that interesting. I'll tell you something, it takes a long while to find it. Yeah, I was going to get just sort of shrivels up these days. I can't find it anyway. Oh, but like marriage, you know, you get married and all that. They use you to get the kids, and then you just put on the shelf. You are discarded. Wow. Nick Valentine said, I went to Glastonbury every single year from 78 to 93. Wow. That's brilliant. But that was fantastic. Mike James, oh my God, I was cracking up here. I'm glad to hear that. You've got to have a laugh, haven't you? You know? Got to have a laugh. Things are so bad at the moment, aren't they? And I don't see them getting any better. You know? We have to decouple ourselves from it. We just have to. And just the thing that saddens me more than anything is how people have fallen for it. You know, you kind of hope that people had more sense. You know, but no, it's very disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. And it's like this. You know, it's not just farming, and, you know, farmers are obviously suffering and that. Earlier today, I was listening on their radio, and they're going on about the ECHR, which is the Human Convention, the European Convention of Human Rights. And when I was listening to them, the president, I can't remember who it was, but the DJ, the host, wasn't pulling these people. People phoning up and saying all this stuff, and he didn't pull them up on stuff. Yeah, there's one person going on about, you know, saying it's the European courts of human rights. Then they're saying it was like it's part of the European Union, or implied that it was. It isn't, and it's like your job is to put these people right. If they make fundamental mistakes, it's misleading your listeners. They are going to be, they're going to take it as gospel, and I think that's a problem. It makes these people complicit, even though they might not actually be that way inclined, but not calling them out when they're people are spouting complete and utter lies. Now, the thing that worries me about the European Convention of Human Rights, just getting rid of it in the UK, what these people don't seem to understand or realise, it also protects you when you go abroad. When you go to other countries, let's say, for instance, your own country legislates for human rights, because that's what some people are advocating for, and don't protect you while you're abroad, not unless you abide by their courts. No. So having the fact that we're in Europe, in the UK, I'm here in France, I'm obviously in your mainland, it's very important to have those protections. To protect you from rogue governments, not just in your own country, but also abroad. When you go to countries that are part of it. I want to go to Glastonbury. Oh, I went to Glastonbury, done that already. Graham Speeder says, Max Respair will be doing a Mankini calendar. Centre spread with you. Oh, Craig, I think we'll both be a sight for sore eyes, that we will. The biggest issue I have with the United States is that it's the CUSMO or the USMCA, but it was up for renegotiation in 2020. I see. Oh, 2026. What about AUKUS as well? We need it during these times. We do need Homer, don't we? We need have a bit of a laugh, a bit of chat about stuff that's not necessarily too serious. Because I know I don't live in the United States, but when I see these people and these kids and that being dragged off, and young blokes and people that served, for the United States, such as Afghan negotiators, and they're getting dragged off. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting, and you just can imagine what these people are going through. It must be so frightening. And I saw a clip earlier today where this guy in his car, and they smashed his window with one of them baton things. He's on the other side of the glass. All the glass were everywhere. It's just so heavy-handed. Oh, thanks, Mad Monk. You got to laugh when the end of the world is about to end. Don't look up. Oh God, feels like it, doesn't it? You see what's happening? They're talking about trying to, recreate the ice now. For all the melted ice. All those ice shelves have all fallen off, haven't they, You've got the jet stream and that's just everything's shifting. And now you've got that giant dam in China. It's froze out of orbit. And you've got the solar flares, give us all headaches. 80 billion from tariffs. Oh, there we go. Grandpa, money is no issue. We got 80 billion from tariffs. Come on, Grandpa. Time for your siesta. 80 billion from who, though? That's the thing. Complimentary Mackies. Those are taxes on us. They are. They are. Now, some companies will try and, if they can, because they don't want to affect the sales, do they? As soon as you put prices up, the sales go down, don't they? There's this old saying, bums on seats, The lower the prices, the more people, hence bums, on seats, that buy. Dude! This dude stole my hat! You could have, you shave your head like me. It was a Soul one, Salt Rock, sorry, Salt Rock. My son brought it over for me. Quite like it. I've actually ordered some more of this sort of hat though, bucket hats. Only from Temo, like £2 each. I'm currently having trouble with YouTube again. Oh, crikey. They say that I have run out of space for new subscriptions. That's a new one. Never heard that before. You're running out of space for new subscriptions. What about those who've got like 5 million subscribers? That's nuts, isn't it? That's only half the story, AllShorts. Well, let Max eat the taco off his chest while they pray. That's too much information. Oh, David Cowell, hope you well. Oh my god. Is Oasis going to split before they tour for us? I couldn't give a damn. They are... I don't like Oasis. Noel and Liam Gallagher, I just don't... They're not for me. I think my son done that because he was of that age where it's just Oasis. Every single album, that's all he played was Oasis. And now I've got a deep hatred for it. Max Spur did a cracking vid on the history and workings of the ECHR. I forget the guest's name explaining it all. I recommend it. I might have a look. I don't watch many videos these days because you just can't. I just can't. I'm already stretching myself very, very thin, so it's quite. I can't. Yeah, so people sending me videos and I can't watch them all. I just can't because there's just not enough time in the day. Big problem is audiences taking things as gospel, yes, rather than actually thinking about what they're being told. No one does any research. They look at that headline. Maybe they'll read the first paragraph. And it's all like doom and gloom, or this is going to happen, that's going to happen, or these people have done this, or they've done that. When you get down to, into the beat of the article, you realise, oh, well, that's the anticlimax, Wasn't so bad after all. It's just nuts. Just nuts. And people fall for it every bloody time. Graham Speedos. The new Mankini calendar has been called the Movie Special. Oh, we got to have the Movie Special calendar. Oh dear. And the legal system in your own country, I'm hoping the ECHR will reverse the recent trans decision by the UK Supreme Court. I hope so. Because that's disgusting. That really is. It's just sucking up to the United States again is what it is, really, isn't it? Sucking up to Donald Trump. You look at what Donald Trump has done. Heroes, basically, who were in the forces, have all been removed. Whether they be trans or just people with black faces, even. It's just terrible. It's terrible. They wouldn't even say anything really regarding Juneteenth. Regarding slavery. That says it all already, doesn't it? What they're about. They'd be happy for them to be slavers, wouldn't they? With their plantations. And their cotton fields back home, or something like that. I think Supertansky called them the White Taliban. I've got to be so careful on it. I slip up anyway, but on YouTube, because I'm constantly being demonetised. That's why everything, the memberships on the channel and stuff like that's why it's so good, because it's just, otherwise it's all about to do the channel, I just couldn't do it. I know I've said that before, I've said it several times now, but I'd have to do something else. I'd work more on Mordbrand channel, I suppose. Oh, it looked like, I know you do, I've seen your videos, he's a mobster. You like one of the Sopranos. I look like a mobster or a hired thug with a hat on. Oh dear. I do like your videos though. It's just I don't want to watch them though. I don't watch. I listen to them because the length of them are quite good, and that because you don't have any adverts on them yet. It's just that I can play them in my workshop while I'm doing stuff and listen to you. I actually really like it. It's really good. I'd like to be more like that, more channels where you could just literally listen. Don't necessarily need to watch the video. It's not really what it's about. It's about the words. Oh, my leather apron! Oh, do you like my leather apron, Mad Monk? Oh, do you know if I have a shower? I usually have if there's nobody here, that is usually. If I have a shower during the day, which is usually at the moment twice a day, I'm in the shower. Look at it all sweaty, so big and hot. I run outside naked. I jump around on the trampoline. I'm dry in seconds. It's like been double dried. I'm from Manchester and I fucking hate Oasis. Says Kevin to Kev. Oh, I'm no fan. Metal? Oh, I like a good bit of metal as well. Did someone mention bums on seats? Oh, well, I did. Hello, Hyannis. I hope you're well. Ah, it's Alan Drake, is it? Okay, I don't know him. So he needs to whittle the old wood with the surf form. Do they need a rocking chair as well while I'm at it? Yeah, soprano. I love that Americans haven't thought about why the rest of the world hasn't been tariffing the United States for decades if tariffs are so great. Well, he's trying to make out that they are. The tariffs between the UK and the United States was something like 2%. That's really only there to cover the fees. But not anymore. Let me introduce you to my cousin Vinny. Oh, my cousin Vinny. That was a good film. Whereas he was a lawyer, wasn't he? Yeah. And his girlfriend knew about cars. Are you saying that Joel was a face for... is a face for radio? So am I, aren't I? Blimey. Yeah. No, I wasn't actually implying that, actually, but you might have a point. Oh, dear. For Christ's sake, I'm no spring chicken. I'm no hunk. No, I'm a fat, hairy man with a funny hat on. And I'll tell you what, though, when I first started doing YouTube videos, it's really disconcerting. When you first start recording videos, just doing the recording bit, even though there's nobody there, it's really uncomfortable. Really, really uncomfortable to put your face out there and start doing videos. And also, Joe's been doing live as well. Is that it's not easy. And I only started doing live. All right, Sebastian, you okay now, boy? Oh, go on, there you go, boy. Have another one. They're only little, aren't they? Yeah, they're only little. I only started doing live since I was on Ginger Island with Graham Hughes, and it sort of threw me into it. So yeah, that was a rather hot place. This kind of brings back memories, but without being eaten alive by bugs. Can we invade Spain? Invade Spain? What do you want to invade Spain for? We'll invade the United States. We'll invade everywhere else. We'll invade Tehran. Invade Iran and Tehran. Yeah, there he is. He does the G7. Realises when he's on the plane that they will take the piss out of him. And then tell what I'm going to do. I'll show them. I'm going to tell everyone that we're going to bomb Iran. Yeah, well, tell the Iranians to get out of Tehran. Yes, evacuate. And we're going to bomb Tehran. Then he gets to the White House, and they say, "No, you can't say that." No, the advisors and all that said no. So then he backtracks and says, 2 weeks. I'll make a decision in 2 weeks. And he's just, oh, blimey. He is just so reactive. He's dangerous. And he's got the nuclear football, has he? Crikey. Oh, yeah, the G6. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. One of them's pretty much been kicked out. Yeah, that's what the thing about Donald Trump is like NATO and that. Is a NATO summit soon? NATO and that. End of the day, is he to be trusted regarding the Article 5? Just, I think, like for instance with Ukraine and that, I think we need to pull our fingers out. So much bureaucracy just to get them what they need. Let alone actually put them doing something a little bit more up front, a bit more gutsy. Should have done it ages ago. Didn't Iran have a 5.1 magnitude earthquake yesterday? I don't know, actually. 34 kilometres east of Tehran. I don't know, maybe. I haven't checked it out, so I don't know. I'm not a fan of Iran. I'm not at all. No. Yes, the citizens, definitely the trauma to the citizens. These people have been pulling out their families out of this rubble. It's heart-wrenching, it really is to say it, Grown men, obviously, are just crying their hearts out as their wife or their children have been killed by a bomb while they went out to get some bread or something, That's the consequences, isn't it? They are the consequence. It's terrible. It's terrible. If the shoe was on the other foot, that was happening to us. Would we expect them to help us? Probably. Or anyone, in fact. Maybe not the Middle East. Especially not after that. What's been going on over the last decades. There's no answers, is there, to all? It's just saying there isn't any ideal solutions. Some people say, you got to blow them out, got to go in there and blow them all up. They do, blow them up. They say, Christ's sake. Any people who do regime change in Iran, I think it's the women. Right? The worm should turn, the women should go over there and do a coup d'etat. And the women take over. That's what we need. So I think it's women's rights in Iran. Just crazy. They're still banking and bear, and I'm not starting a revolution or a new religion. Oh God, we don't need no more religions. We definitely need no more religion, please. I understand if it makes you feel good and stuff like that, or give you something to believe in. But a lot of these wars are based around religion, aren't they? Or being at least used as an excuse to fight for what, Oh, it's terrible. Hello, country taco ×2. Oh dear. Here we go. Everything is 2 weeks. Yes, he said this about 10 times in the last 6 months. And the plan's becoming into... Oh, crikey. Yeah, what about Netanyahu? I think he first started saying it in the 90s. And then it was the case of in the 90s. There was another few years later, it would say, Iran's got the capability of building missiles or something. And before we're weeks away, we're weeks away. And again, he repeats himself again and again and again. What? There's some quite cool videos, putting the compilation together. I might do one. And it's literally just showing this, and it's just like, what the hell? And yet they still believe it all. Yeah, 3 religions all threatening to nuke each other. Yeah, that's getting well, isn't it? A quake in Iran, blooming heck, yeah. Are you sure that Trump hasn't weighed in the bunker buster? Hang on a minute. Oh, he's just finished in a toilet. That's not kind of bunker buster I think they're on about. 2,000 or 5,000 pound bunker busters. And they can go down like 200 odd feet. But the thing is, this particular mountain is even deeper. You know, they're a lot deeper than what these things can go in. And they're in rock. So I don't know how well that's going to pan out. Yeah, the elections in 2025 are being put into the midterms. But yeah, do you reckon they're going to have them? Do you think they'll be cancelled? That is deeply concerning. Because Donald Trump will hold on to the House, doesn't he? And it looks like he's going to lose it. No end in sight, no. Anyway, I am going to make a move. I've been on here for over an hour. And I think my dog wants to be fed. He keeps looking at me for treats. I can't. I'm not going to feed you just on treats, Sebastian. Huh? You're getting very hot. How about a bath? Would you like a bath and cool down? No. He doesn't like baths. He stands there and he's like petrified. He just like freezes. Whereas Pandoid, she loves it. Yeah, take care, everybody. Yeah, I'm. Chris says a very good book on Iran, Shah of Shahs, by Rysard. I can't say that. It's something Sabinski. Covers the fall of Shah and immediate aftermath. If you read it, you will know more about Iran than Ted Cruz. Well, you got Tucker Carlson, didn't you? Who else is crikey, you got Steve in with the skin, Bannon, Steve Bannon, even Marjorie Taylor Greene, literally standing up against Trump's bill. You know, it's nuts. Oh yeah, but these people, the old like button, it helps, you know. Hello, Gingers. I'm now going, Gingers. New language unlocked. Oh, you've been cheeky to me. Anyway, time for me to go. So, yeah, that was rather interesting. That was, Joe. Granny Waddlebottom. I'm sorry, Granny Waddlebottom and Gingers. I'm now off. I am. So, toodaloo. And thanks to the moderators on the channel as the Spanners. Toodaloo.